Hi everyone, I'm Madonna and this is Victor. So
Hi,
we're going to be doing a balance today about luck and
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction, bringing good stuff into your life. Things are already pretty good for Victor, so he's in a good place, so we'll see what shows up. Enjoy. One of the comments is that people like being a fly on the wall, during a treatment. Sort of just check out what's going on.
Probably like that ASMR stuff.
Yeah, that's the comment I get regularly. So let's check your adrenal, survival, celestial circuit. Okay, hold up for me. You've had a good month away?
Yeah.
Hold. And hold. Energy's still doing better?
Definitely.
Fabulous.
I think that adrenotone
And the iodine?
iodine.
Yeah. Nothing like a bit of adrenal support.
Well, I noticed when I didn't take it, I think it was about a week, and there was just a little lapse in energy.
Yes?
And once I started taking it again, I sort of felt more, it's subtle, it's just a little bit more spark.
Yeah, okay. I took adrenotone for about 10 years and I really felt like I was addicted to it. So I've sort of tried not to take it the last few years, but occasionally I definitely feel like I need it.
Yeah, I think there's nothing worse than having to take something.
Yeah, well I just still don't have that work-life balance right. It's going to improve.
I think that'd be back home though.
Yeah, exactly. I think it will too. So that's all really good. So no survival, deep survival hit, and your adrenals are doing heaps better. There's a little bit of inflammation though, something in your gut. How's your diet been?
It's been pretty ordinary the last few weeks.
Yeah, okay.
I think just camp food is...
right. A bit stodgy or something, or?
Yeah, it's not the best. Probably drinking a bit too much beer than I should.
Okay. Okay. So, and does the food affect your mind? The way your energy or your moods or your...
Yeah, it does. Like the camp food actually isn't all that good. It's actually, not that I'm a food connoisseur, but I know that it's not good quality food.
Yeah.
So sometimes
it's
I
bulk.
walk in and it's like I can't even pick something to eat. I'll have a soup because there's actually nothing out of the wide range of foods that look tasty.
Need to use that for your law of attraction.
And you're sort of stuck eating the foods every day.
Yeah. So yeah, well that sort of makes sense because it's not the overall pathology side of the immune system, it's the intolerance side. Is it quite carby or do you manage to keep away from the carbs generally?
I try to. It's just that everything's like the rice is not good. The meats are pretty fatty.
Yeah.
So you're flat out trying to find something that's edible and even the salads. Like to do this thing where they wear gloves and people who mix the salads.
Yeah.
But then they'll put their hands on the trolley to push the trolley away, which is the big no-no in the food industry.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know how good quality.
Clean they are, yeah, right. Yeah, it's one thing making your own food with your own hands. It's another thing trusting other people. Okay, so let's have a look and see what sort of goal we'll go for today. Abundance is showing up.
Yes.
Okay. And manifesting, so very similar, manifesting in abundance. Yeah, transformation.
Yeah, I get the feeling it's that time again.
Yeah, right. Time for a shift.
I think I've been a bit cocooned the last few months.
Yeah, okay.
And I sort of feel it now that it's starting to crack, which scares me a bit because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not all transformations are great.
Not
I
always.
think afterwards they are, but it's that when you go through it, you're like, this is rubbish.
Yeah. I remember saying to a client about 10 years ago, and he kept quoting it back to me all the time. He said, I said, oh, healing's crap. And then every time he'd come back, he'd go, I know, healing is crap. Well, funnily enough, what's underneath those, so you are sabotaging yourself a little bit. So, you know, being cocooned and you know, even enjoying your, you know, your space and your life and everything, it does stop you from moving beyond that, moving out. So let's see what's the priority. Whether it's the, no. Oh no, we can go, okay. So we don't have to go into sabotage, we can go straight into abundance, which is good. It's the priority. All right. But of course, it also has stuff about sabotage and things in relation to abundance. So let's have a look. Yeah, right. It's those ones about self-worth and feeling like you deserve them.
Yes, I think that's it. It's like I know within myself that sometimes, like I'm not a high horse thing, but I think I'm worth more than what I've got.
Yeah.
I think, come on, universe. I put the yards in and think, oh, have I? Maybe I haven't. Maybe I think I have, but I haven't done all the work I should have done.
Yeah, okay. And do you feel like it's because you've done a lot of weird training over the years, sort of energetic work and stuff, like do you feel like it's a spiritual block?
No, I think it's a psychological
Psychological?
thing. It's, I need to open up more to spirit.
Yeah, okay. Do you know how to do that? Like
No.
you've got some techniques up your sleeve? Or?
No,
Yeah, okay.
I try, but I don't know. I think I'm just fumbling around in the dark.
Okay. In that case, I've got someone I might refer you to. There's a chickie babe called Chris Shana. She's on Facebook. She's a spiritual healer, but she calls herself the shit shifter. So, you know, she does these. Anyway, it's a bit weird, but she's great. She's good fun.
Yeah, I think my problem is I try and sort my problems out myself, but it takes too long.
Yeah, yeah.
And I realise now that I actually need, I think that's why I came to do naturopathy and acupuncture and all that, because I simply can't, I don't have the tools.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I didn't have the energy and I didn't have the motivation.
Yeah.
And I think now energy-wise I'm fine, but I'm still, so I've got energy, I'm just not doing anything with the energy.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm going to do, there's about 5 sentences I'm going to stack in, and then I'm going to see whether or not you've got those, well, whether or not you're sabotaging those things. Anyway, we'll have a look at them. So, I'll read through them one by one. I am worthy of my abundance, and I am open to receive this energy. And hold. That's good. Check your adrenals, and hold. Okay, hold. So that one does create stress. So it's not creating an unlock, but it's creating adrenal stress. So your adrenals go, ah! I remove all fears that are preventing me from reaching my abundance. Hold. It's not fear. And hold. Hold. No, that one's fine. I release all spiritual program that is blocking my abundance, and I know that I am able to be spiritual and have my abundance. And hold. Okay. Hold. Hold. Okay. With abundance in my life, I am fulfilled on every level. And hold. And hold. And hold. Yeah, right. So your body knows it. There's no stress with knowing it. It's the bits in between where there's an issue. But the other ones were self-worth and deserve. I deserve to have abundance. And hold. No, that's good. And hold. Yeah, okay. Hold. Okay. I am worthy of abundance. Hold. And hold. Yeah. Hold. Okay. So a bit of a combination there, but now let's check the psychological reversal. Okay. But that just lets me know how much work you've done on yourself. Because a lot of those were locks, which means the conscious brain is going, yeah, that's fine. But it's where that unconscious or the adrenals kick in, that where the sabotages sort of kick in. So
Like, I've done a lot of work. Because I spend a lot of time on my own. I do a lot of... the trouble is it takes too long to do it on your own. But I've realised there's been a lot of times when I've had a realisation and it's as if a puzzle piece has clicked in and straight away I can't remember how I used to be literally 10 seconds earlier.
Wow, how
It's as
cool
if-
is that?
It's as if I've transformed, but I can't remember. It's like something's changed. I can't remember. I don't know what it is, but something is not the same as it literally was 10 seconds ago.
That's so cool.
So, yeah, I've made steps, but I think if I'd worked with other people, it probably would have been a lot quicker.
Yeah. Want, need, think, safe, believe, deserve, trust. So need, want, need, think, safe, believe, deserve. Need and deserve. I need to let go of this problem. So we'll think of the problem as being any of the stress associated with the adrenals and the unlock. So the stresses are those affirmations weren't 100% locking. Okay, so I need to let go of this problem. And hold. I need to keep this problem. And hold. Yeah, right. So that's psychological confusion.
Yeah.
So your conscious brain's happy to need to let go of it, but it also needs to keep it. And I deserve to let go of this problem. And hold. Okay. I deserve to keep this problem. And hold. Whereas that one's the opposite. The brain just doesn't think. Deserves to be there. Okay, so first the amygdala. So with job opportunities, is this a sideways move or a
More of a sideways move.
yeah? It's something you'll enjoy better?
I think so. It's I find on my days off, people say, "Oh, you get 6 days off," but the trouble is, I'm booked every day. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm going to need to see family this day and friends this day,
Yeah.
and I suppose girlfriend this day, and all of a sudden all my days are gone.
Yes.
Whereas if I did a Monday to Friday, you catch up on a Tuesday night, you catch up on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Whereas now I find that I get back and all of a sudden I get people saying, "Oh, catch up, can you come around Thursday? Oh, I've got to keep my schedule. Can we do Wednesday? Oh no, what about Saturday?" And all of a sudden every day is a day to be doing something,
Yeah.
as opposed to not simply, I mean, on a weekend if I work Monday to Friday, Saturday might be a do-nothing day.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't have many do-nothing days.
Yeah, okay. And you've been doing that for a long time?
Yeah, I've been doing
Yeah,
that for a
okay.
long time.
Yeah. So it does get exhausting doing that. So it's linked in the pain and punishment circuit and to those times in your life when you were depressed as well. So it's sort of linked into those sort of times. So when you've been in that place of depression, like how has it been for minutes, days, months, weeks? Like how has the depression affected you?
Weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like a narrowing of focus. Like I
Yeah.
can't really see. I tend to just do the same routine: get up, breakfast, this. I don't look outside the blindfold sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just do because it's comfortable just doing the same old routine,
Yeah.
as opposed to trying something. It's like, oh, so much effort. What if I go bowling and all the lanes are taken? I drive out there if they're taken already.
Yeah. You do know how many bowling lanes there are at bowls places.
I've been around to a few now.
There's plenty of lanes as a general rule. Have you enjoyed it? So when you've made that first step and you've done it, have you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just making the step. It's that whole physically getting up and putting the keys in the pocket,
yeah.
jumping in the car and doing it. It's like, oh, 5 minutes. Oh.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
But that's the thing with depression. You've actually it doesn't get better on its own. When I have depression, I have to make the move. I can't
Yeah.
just sit around for months saying it'll get better, get better. It doesn't get better.
Yeah,
I've actually got to make changes myself, and that's the thing that I always think, oh, it'll get better on its own, but depression doesn't work like that.
yeah,
If you don't make the move, you'll actually stay depressed for years.
yeah.
It's the thing that they say where you don't mix with other people. People invite you out. You're like, oh yeah, or you call up on the
You won't bother.
I'm a bit sick now. I can't come out. And
Hard, yeah. Hard. Just making excuses.
yep.
And when you were depressed, if you did force yourself to get out, would you enjoy yourself?
I generally do, not always. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I've gone out and I thought, this this is rubbish. I'm going to go back home.
Yeah.
I think that's like with most situations. Like, you're not going to like everything. If I go to I think my daughters took me to an RSPCA dog kitten adoption
Oh, yeah.
a few months ago.
Well, that'd be cute.
Yeah, but I was pretty bored. I've seen all the cats and dogs now. Where they were happy to walk around literally for hours looking at the same cats and dogs.
Do you have any animals?
I've got fish.
Yeah, right. Interesting choice.
Feng Shui. I've got
The Siamese spider fish?
No, I've just got 8 goldfish, 8 goldfish, 1 whitefish and 1 blackfish.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Which have...
So feng shui, it means something.
It just means that the fish take all the hits for you.
Yeah, right.
So I know when I've lost a fish that something's gone on. Because I've had these fish now for literally, some I've had for easily 2 years now.
Yeah, right.
But when there was times when I've lost 2 in a week. I think, okay, these poor fish are taking the blows for me.
Yeah. And one of my friends tried it with Siamese spider fish, and after she'd killed about 4 or 5 of them, she decided she couldn't do it anymore. And the funny thing was, she's got this bit of a weird connection with her mum, and her mum's very abusive. And if her mum was going to ring, like literally the day before, that would be when one of the fish would die, and the next day she would get a phone call and she'd go, that's why the fish died. So the mother's energy was already out there screwing things up for her.
It's funny how that works.
Just bizarre, and it would happen so regularly that she went, right, no more fish for me. Her mum wasn't going to change. Okay, something's going on with the heart chakra in relation to this, so we'll see if there's something specific we need to do there. Okay. So what do we need to do? So we can do a tuning fork combo. So, large intestine energy. Okay, so you've had these times in your life when you've been depressed. Have you ever missed out on anything that you've thought, crap, I wish I had done that? Or, like, has it made you miss out on anything that you've regretted?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Really just events with family and friends. I love music, so I love rock concerts, and I've definitely missed out on rock concerts that friends have gone to. They said that was the best concert ever.
Yeah. Don't. And have they ever really tried to twist your arm and make you do it because they knew you were depressed and they knew you needed to get out of the house, or do people sort of leave you alone when you're...
Oh no, they'll call. I've even had friends just come to the house saying, you're just coming out. I'm like, oh, I don't have any clothes, and just put those old jeans on, who cares what you look like. Generally when I go out with friends, we have a good time.
Yeah.
It's just the whole, I've got to get ready, so other people probably sound like, you got to get ready. So what? I'm like, oh yeah, we've got to get off the couch, and I've actually got to have a shower, and...
But it's a huge thing when you're in that space. Yeah. It's double large intestine energy. Large intestine's about grief, guilt, regret. But large intestine's a yang energy, so it's externalized. Other people can feel it. So you might be going through it, but other people can actually feel they know you don't want to do it, but they also know that you're going to regret not doing it.
Mm.
So it's Dirt Desert Pea, that's the flower essence, which is about real internalized, deep hurt, pain, sadness that just takes over occasionally, and and then it just stops you from being able to move forward. So I'm just going to do heart chakra with those 2 tuning forks.
Well, I think I'm just lucky I've still got a dedicated group of friends who stay in touch.
Yeah.
But then it swings and roundabouts. I've got a friend who's going through some tough issues, so I do the same for him, text him saying, how you going?
Yeah.
Coming out tonight? Oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
And you make it happen?
Yep.
Nice. When did you first feel depressed? Was it when you were a teenager and you were spending all that time at home on your own, or?
I think so. I, as much as I enjoy spending time on my own, I actually don't think it's healthy for me.
Yeah, right.
Like some people can spend 20 years in the wilderness by themselves and that's fine, but I think for me I actually need the human contact.
Yeah. I'm not sure if people do like being on their own. I think it's their safety zone and it's their fear factor and their pain that make them think they're better off being on their own.
Well, that's what I thought about myself, that maybe I don't really enjoy it. I've just come to get used to it, and therefore it's not as bad as other people might think.
Yeah.
I think if I'm on my own but I'm doing something, that's good.
Yeah.
But I've had days where I've basically literally done nothing. I've gone from the bed to the couch, spent the whole day there, and then gone back to bed.
Binge watching something.
Yeah, binge watching YouTube videos or something.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, I actually think is fine occasionally.
Yeah.
But if I do it, there's been days where I've done it 2-3 days in a row, and I think that's actually not good.
Yeah.
So doing it for a day to really just relax, fine. 3 days, yeah, there's a lot of things I could be doing at the moment.
Yeah, and that's a lot of your 6 days gone.
Yep.
Actually, you might do the flower essence as well. So there's a P. Yep.
I think I'm just happy that I have, I think I've got a decent handle on myself.
Yeah.
So that I know when things aren't good.
Yeah.
So even if I choose to pick the bad option, which may be stay on the couch for an extra day.
Yeah.
I know it's not as if I don't, I'm aware of the fact that it's not good.
Yeah. So 6 drops. Open them out. So 6 drops is a fair, decent chunk. That's sort of, did either of your parents have depression?
I think my mother's got depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm quite certain my father had depression and anxiety. Just
okay.
looking back at how they...
Coped or didn't cope?
Well, my father drank heaps. In fact, he still does. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Yeah. How old is he?
74.
Yeah.
And my mother used to obsessively clean.
Yeah, right.
And she can't not work. Like, she'll work. She never has a rest. She's always washing, cooking, mowing the grass, planting plants.
Oh. See, I'm jealous of that, but I'd also hate to have that. Yeah.
So she's always on the move.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know we've chatted about, I'm about to check those genetic areas in your brain to see whether they are linked in.
It's only in the last few years that I've realised, even with my father, that he was obviously depressed and that's why he drank all the time to alleviate whatever.
Hold out. It is weird looking back and thinking it, eh? Yeah, there's a process in counselling kinesiology. It takes quite a while, so I haven't done it in a while. But it's a process where you go back and you visualise a time in your life, say something happened when you were 13 or something with your parents. So you go back and you visualise yourself at 13 years old, and you also imagine how old your parents were at 13, which, as adults, when you go back and actually imagine them at that age, you go, holy crap, they were actually really young. And then you sort of imagine, well, what was going on in their life? And then you sort of start talking through those little things, and all of a sudden it gives you this whole extra level of understanding about what was going on for them at the same time as well. You know, where were they living? What was their financial situation like? What was their relationship like with their parents? What put them in this position where this was the only way they could cope? You know, why was your mum such a clean freak? Why was she so obsessive about that sort of thing? You know, was she beaten as a kid by her parents if she ever sat down and wasn't busy? So that was my cleaner. That's not my current cleaner, my old cleaner. her mother used to, she would call it a switch. She'd get a switch off a tree and whack her on the legs if she was ever standing around not doing anything.
Something.
Because they always had to be doing something because they had a farm and there were a million jobs to do. So she became an obsessive cleaner.
Yeah.
You know, which, yeah. So once you go through that little process, it's quite a dynamic. That can really change the way your brain thinks as well.
I remember one episode I got depressed. Once I went back to uni as a mature age student, and then once I'd finished uni and gotten a job, I actually sunk into depression. And I realised later it's probably because when I was at uni, you were always doing something. Like there was no time. There was no time to be not studying, revising, reading.
Yeah.
And I remember even after finishing uni, I'd be lying on the couch and I'd jump up and like, I should be, oh no, wait on, I finished uni. Well,
This was the engineering. Yeah.
It was such a shock to be lying down with spare time because during those years I was at uni, there was simply no, not for anyone who studied, it was just all on.
Yeah.
And I thought, gee, I wonder if I didn't get depressed because all of a sudden I had spare time to think or whatever.
Yeah, I suppose being a uni student, it's a bit like being self-employed. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be go, go, go all the time.
Well, you notice that the first year there's hundreds of students. Second year there's 100 students. Third year there's 80 students. By the final year you're down to 21 people.
Yeah, it's about the same in naturopathy. I think about 20% finish, but after 2 years only about 5% are actually working in the industry or something crazy like that. Hard work study.
Mm.
But you enjoyed study, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
It's just the whole learning process.
Yeah, so I am in these little areas of the brain where there's a lot of genetic stuff in there. So the genetic depression, the genetic inability to let go once you've got, you know, a stress going on in your brain. And also then picking on yourself when you're not perfect. That old chestnut. You're doing that less now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I realise that I generally do a pretty good job, and the few times I fall down, well, can't be perfect all the time.
Mm-hmm. Did you pick on yourself at school?
No, I had other people that did that for me.
Yeah, right. You didn't need to. And what'd you do straight out of school?
Like straight out of high school.
Yeah.
I just went and got a job.
Yeah?
But I'd been working, like even when I was a teenager, I'd work and just get my own money. I thought that was important.
Yeah.
Be a bit independent.
That was drilled into you from your parents?
Oh, not really. They probably didn't really mind, but for me, it was just important.
Yeah, right.